I'm Randy Church, Chairman of the Caldwell County Board of Commissioners. I wanted to take a moment to update you on the COVID-19 pandemic in Caldwell County and talk to you about the ways you can help protect yourself. Over the last few days, we've seen an increase in the number of positive COVID-19 cases, but we've also had patients who have recovered and are no longer being monitored by our health department. The Board of Commissioners and county leaders continue to monitor the pandemic daily so we can make informed decisions. Our top priority is the safety and well-being of our county. To that end, we've challenged county government to find alternative ways to operate, and now many of our services are available online, by phone, or by appointment. Our library is offering curbside pickup. Our health department continues to see patients. Our building inspectors continue to make visits. Our convenience sites are open. Our emergency services stand ready to answer your call. And our Emergency Operations Center is staffed 24 hours a day and ready to serve you. I'm proud of how our county employees have adapted to the changes and times and continue to find ways to serve you. Many businesses in our county have also changed the way they operate. The state has established new social distancing guidelines. These guidelines require essential businesses to set limits on how many people can be in a store at one time, to mark off checkout lines so customers maintain a distance of 6 feet, and for retail stores to maintain specific cleaning measures. All of these steps are an effort to protect our community. You too can help prevent the spread of COVID-19 by staying at home except to visit essential businesses, exercise, or help a family member or friend. When you're out in public, we suggest wearing a cloth face covering. Remember, COVID-19 spreads through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes and between people who are within 6 feet of one another. We realize this pandemic has drastically changed life for everyone in our county. We are all learning to live with what many are calling a new normal. I encourage you to keep things in perspective. Get the facts from reliable sources, communicate with children, family, and loved ones, and keep connected to your support system. Remember, we are all in this together. Thank you, and God bless you, and may God bless Caldwell County.